I've been pretty consumed with what's going on in the Middle East and the fact that I think we often are funding people who are not our friends. 11, she's the most poised 11-year-old I've seen. These are 2 or 3 years old when she's 11. She's sitting there doing interviews on television talking about why girls should be allowed to go to school. The very basic of education for girls, letting them at least read and write and get an education. And as I was reading about her shooting, I came across a Pakistani poet by the name of Parveen Shakir, who was also a woman. She died before Malayla was born, but I thought that this little couplet sort of represents and exemplifies what Malayla was trying to do. Shakir wrote, "They insist upon evaluating the firefly in the daylight. The children of our age have grown clever." Malayla's crime, according to the Taliban, was insisting upon examining the firefly in the daylight, insisting upon enlightenment, insisting upon overcoming intolerance, overcoming ignorance. And she was gunned down for this on the way home from school. And people say, well, that's precisely why we should give them more money. It doesn't work. A lot of the money we spend over there is with drones killing people, and I don't think that's making any less war. If anything, it's making more. Now, I'm not saying we don't have to kill our enemies sometimes, but I'm saying that a perpetual drone war in Pakistan makes those people more angry and not less angry. I don't think we're getting anywhere. But at the same time, I think we should, everyone around the world, condemn this horrible and senseless violence. But ultimately, Islam is going to have to police Islam. Islam's going to have to say that's not our religion. There's 1 billion Muslims in the world. They're going to have to say that killing people in the name of religion is wrong. Killing children in the name of religion is wrong. They are going to have to police and clean up their country. We can't do it. They see us as foreigners. They see us as occupiers. They see us as infidels and Christians. But at the same time, I can't send my money. I can't send your money to a country that puts a Christian on death row for blasphemy. There's a woman by the name of Asia Bibi in Pakistan, and she said her crime was she drank from the same glass as her Muslim co-workers. They accused her of blasphemy, saying something about Muhammad, which is just, in our country, what we would call gossip, and she's on death row. There was a girl with Down syndrome about a month ago who they put in prison. They finally had the good sense to let her go. She was about 12 years old. They said she was burning Arabic writings. Turns out somebody had thrown some things in there to try to get her in trouble, but she was a girl who couldn't even comprehend what she was charged with. There's a doctor in Pakistan who's being held now for life, 33 years, Dr. Afridi. His crime is that he helped us get bin Laden. So my point is that the money we're giving them doesn't seem to be helping create great allies. And so some people say you just got to give them more. If they're not behaving well and they're not acting like your allies and they're burning your flag, give them more and maybe they'll like you some. I don't think it works that way. I think that the basics are, the very fundamentals of what a country should do is they have to say they can and will protect our embassy. I think a lot of mistakes were made in Libya. I'm still asking, where were the Marines? There were no uniformed Marines guarding the embassy. None. There was a 16-man security personnel team that was asked themselves, they've been on television now saying we wanted to stay to protect the ambassador. They were sent home. There's a DC-3, a security plane in Libya to ferry troops around. Apparently this firefight went on for hours. Might have been you could have sent Marines from Tripoli to that or from a ship off the coast. Why was the plane brought home and not paid for? 4 days after the plane was denied, the administration spent $108,000 putting in an electrical charging station for electric cars in the Vienna embassy. Apparently we're greening up the embassy. I don't care what your position is on global warming, but there is some politics in greening up an embassy when you can't pay for security for one of the world's most dangerous embassies. So I think these are questions that have to be asked. Ultimately, we have to make decisions as a country, though, and these are tough decisions. We will have to fix entitlements. I tell people it's not Republicans' fault, it's not Democrats' fault. It's your grandparents' fault. They had too many damn kids. And then you didn't have enough kids, and then your kids didn't have enough kids. It's all demographics, and we're living longer. It's nobody's fault, but it has to be fixed. The changes will mean changing the eligibility. It means my generation is going to have to wait a couple years to get it. It means that wealthier people, I think, are going to have to take a little bit less. Means testing. But you can fix both of them. I told the president this. I sat across from the president about a year and a half ago and said, look, if you will fix entitlements, Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill did it, temporarily fixed it for 20 years. If you will work with us and fix it, you'll be reelected. In fact, I'm not excited about it, but you will be reelected if you'll reach across the aisle and work with us, because we're willing to do it. But we have to get beyond as a country and as an electorate, get beyond that, oh, those people just hate senior citizens and they don't like senior citizens. We have to get to where we just want to fix the problem and not blame each other and accuse each other of not wanting to help senior citizens. All of these are fixable problems. The sooner you get started on them, the more gradual the fix can be. The longer you wait, the more abrupt the fix is going to be, and the more people will suffer in the transition. We can't continue to borrow $1 trillion a year, $50,000 a second. If we do, we're going to destroy the country. There will be chaos when you destroy a currency. It can happen even here. My fervent hope is that it won't, but you have to be aware of and realize that changes will have to come to all of these programs if we want to save what we have. In order to save Medicare, you're going to have to change it. So when everybody says, oh, you're going to get rid of it and there'll be no more Medicare, no one's really proposing that. But Medicare insures 50 million people, and it's $35 trillion short. Social Security essentially has the same amount of people. It's $6 trillion short. We spend more on Social Security than comes in the taxes. It's the same way for Medicare. A lot of people don't realize this. The average working person pays $110,000 in taxes over their working career into Medicare. The average recipient takes out $300,000. Multiply that by 50 million, you get a big number. That's our problem, but they're fixable. They are fixable if we could work together. So one of the things that I will do when I go back is continue to try to work with the other side. But I can tell you that the narrative that says that it's just us not working with the other side, it's a two-way street, and there are those of us who are trying. I thank you for the privilege of serving, and I thank you for letting me speak today. Thank you very much.